4, 3, 2, 1. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru. Oakland, El Salvador, 2. Costa
Great song choice. Great song choice.
We have a friend that, we used to make fun of him for not having any game. And back in the day, oh fuck it, we can say it. So Eric, my boy PD, my boy Super Ego, we used to make fun of him and say like, "Yo, man, you got no game. How are you the most attractive dude in our group and you don't have any game?" And we would make fun of him because like, if he was trying to impress a girl, he would randomly work Animaniacs into the conversation and he would start singing that song because he knew the whole song. I mean, his game improved over the years, of course. I mean, he got a whole ass family now, but definitely back in the day when we were like trying to get at girls, we was like, "Oh, this motherfucker got no game." And then all of a sudden you hear him in the corner singing United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to your favoriteest podcast in the whole world of 2021. Oh my God. How is your year going so far?
Who wants to start?
It's been a pretty slow year so far. Hoping it picks up towards the end or something.
I had my first day of work.
Yay!
Thank you. First Monday of the year. Starting a job during a pandemic is weird. Like, I'm working from home. It doesn't quite feel real. I feel like the day that I have to go into the office, then it'll feel like I'm actually working. But right now, it's strange. It's all over this.
So you're still you got the new radio job, but you're still doing it through from your house.
Yep. I'm at home, got my headset, got my whole little setup over there. But yeah, we started
to wake up crazy early to do it.
Yeah, prep time for them. Like, I'm working with a couple of professionals, like they're super professional and really like super quick. They get up at like 4 to prep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they're getting up at 4 a.m. to make sure to do this shit through the Zoom.
So it's get up. So they get up at 4, but they gotta write. So it's just a different format. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way that it's going, it's a lot faster. They're professional. They have a certain amount of things that they have to say. So they have to prep it. Yeah. So they prep before, and then around, I think I was on camera by like 5:15 this morning.
It's not too bad, but
not too bad. Yeah. But when I have to drive, see now. That is where it's going to be, because we're starting at 5:15 at home. I'm not going to have to start at 5:15 over there.
Yeah. You got to be there at 4 to prep.
Yeah. But when I got into radio, I just started having so much more respect for people that have to go and commute into the city, and they have to commute to work, and they wake up at the ass crack of dawn every day. They've been doing this. So,
man, you know what?
Can't complain, because there's people that are doing way more work than I'm doing.
How long was your commute before when you were going into work at the actual radio station?
About like 35 minutes.
Because I remember, man, you know how you always be talking about how expensive it is to live in San Francisco? Mm-hmm. And then, like we always talk about, LA is super expensive too, and New York is also mad expensive. But I just saw a list of like top 10 most expensive cities to live in the United States, and San Francisco is number 1.
Again? Yeah. Number 1 for like 3 years.
That's crazy.
Ridiculous. So I went into the city the other day, because I don't live in San Francisco yet, but I'm still in the Bay. But I went into the city. It takes like 35 to 40 minutes to get out of San Francisco. San Francisco's not that big, but the way they got the traffic set up, and they're trying to push people to stop driving. So like, they expanded the bike lanes, all the signs are confusing. It's just a tough city to be in right now. And it looks like the apocalypse came through and wiped everything out.
I can't imagine being in New York right now and seeing just empty ass Times Square. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's probably so trippy, bro.
I wonder what the rats are doing.
Taking over? The rats are taking over?
Yeah, they're probably thriving. Like at the end of, or in Charlotte's Web, when the carnival closed down and the little rat was like singing songs and eating all the
running around.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a trip. I mean, I feel like Northern California just has been different during lockdown. Like everything is so spread out. San Francisco's really shut down. Nobody's doing anything out here. Navigating what you can and can't do out here is pretty much no one's doing anything.
Yeah.
But Southern California looks like it was turning up on New Year's.
I seen so many people from different places at parties and clubs, not just Southern California, Philadelphia, just everywhere. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Bro,
what are you doing?
It was this news story I watched because Atlanta was super popping, right? And this one club on the flyer, it was specifying like, come from your city to turn up in Atlanta. So it was like people coming from like, I don't know if like Chicago, like Philly, everyone was coming from different cities to go party at this one spot. I was like, yo, and see, and not only are they, you know, coming over here and catching the shit, they got to go back to their cities that are shut down.
Right.
And turn it around. Whew.
I don't know. It's been one of those things that's just been weird. I mean, California itself is just trying to navigate it. 10 minutes away, everything's open. Go up north, everything's closed. It's super strange. But then when you start looking at your friends' pages and just other people you know from Instagram or whatever on the internet, and you see how life is where they live, I get why everybody's pissed. It is so fucking confusing.
Yeah. My city specifically, like a lot of businesses are closed, but I don't know, people always find something to do. It feels the same over here. I'm in Long Beach. I don't know what it's like in LA. I only go there to handle like small shit in one specific area. But here, if there's people walking around right now coming out of the AT&T store, like it's just regular.
At the very least, you know, there's people wearing masks at least, you know what I'm saying? In my, like, I'm not too far from Manhattan Beach. And so like we'll go for the occasional walk. And it is like every time we pass by on a sunny day like today, it's always like, shit, it is a lot of people. Not like it used to be, of course, but it's like, wow, it's a lot of people just out and about. But at the very least, they got masks on, which is nice. It's comforting now. You know what I'm saying? It's at a level where it's like, oh God, okay, at least it's wearing a mask. You know? Yeah. Did y'all see it? There was a video on Twitter. I do believe it was from the UK, some house party, and these motherfuckers were like body to body. They were at a party they couldn't. It was like Halloween in Vegas. It was so packed. You know what I'm saying?
Like, there's no way that's fun.
No.
Not fun at all. Not even without the Rona, this shit's not fun.
Yeah. Like now you might catch it and you didn't even have fun.
Bruh. And it was like 90% dudes in that shit.
I had heard a story this morning about somebody got dressed up in like an inflatable suit and went to one of the hospitals just trying to, you know, show cheer and be, you know, give love and whatnot. Well, he had the vid and then ended up getting 43 people infected because the fan.
Yeah, those inflatable suits have a little fan, and this motherfucker was blowing his Rona all over the hospital. It's like 30 people or some shit.
Yeah, like I think it was like 40 something people, but it's crazy because he thought he was being safe. I mean, I would assume so too. I wouldn't have thought about that. I mean, definitely not going around anybody, but yeah, I was like, damn, you can't do nice shit. And then turning up, it seems like the turn up people, I don't know what world they live in, but their Rona seems to be different than everybody else's.
I think cocaine kills the Rona. That must be it.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, cocaine and alcohol. They just
no, it's definitely not alcohol because you know your boy had it and your boy was you know I'm drinking significantly less these days. In 2021, I haven't been drinking at all. You know what I'm saying? It's been a rough year, but
it's the combination that's funny. It's the combination of the coke and alcohol, but that was funny.
What y'all end up doing for New Year's?
Absolutely nothing.
I stayed home. I didn't do anything. Me and Onyx stayed at home, and I went to sleep by like 12:10.
Yeah, no, I was up for it, but like we were just chilling. I forgot we ate some bullshit, some Hello Fresh probably. It was just chilling, and then fireworks started going off out here. So we went on the balcony, but we couldn't see anything because it's just buildings over here. So it's like,
Bruh, it's so annoying because the fireworks were loud as hell over here, right? Yeah. But the way my house is positioned, I'm right behind like a wall of like shrubbery and bushes that completely blocks anything cool that I would have seen. But the
city you live in, it could have not been fireworks. You maybe did not see them. It probably was not them.
That's true. I feel like it's probably so confusing because it's like, I'm like, hey guys, I'm kind of close to Manhattan Beach, but also it's like, could be gunshots. Yeah. But also, if you're from around here, then you're like, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, over here, there's fireworks nightly. But I can tell they're in the distance.
Where I stay, there's like this long strip of road that there isn't anything else by. It's like by some cows. So people always race their cars over there. I live by a bunch of cows, okay? So you know what it is. I can walk and I can see cows and people go and they race their cars by where I live, all right? I'm in the country right now.
Why are you always near some cows?
That's her.
Oh no, I'm a cow ass person. Okay, I just like me some cows.
Have you guys, have y'all ever been near? Like, I mean, of course, we've all heard gunshots, right? Like, but what you ever like see, like, been right in front of someone like getting shot or someone about to get shot or something like that going down?
I was in Jack London in Oakland. I was at one of the apartments over there and saw someone get shot, and they ended up getting shot by my car, and I couldn't leave for like hours. It was crazy because it was so casual. It was in the middle of the day. The guy did it. You can't really tell, but you look down, you're like, oh shit. First off, you don't want to let nobody see what happened. So I moved away from the window extremely quickly. But it was like the whole situation, you hear it, but it's delayed because the sound takes a little bit to get to you. Oh, is everybody frozen?
No, just you.
Why are y'all frozen?
You're frozen.
Yeah, it's just Nikki Blades for me.
Yeah.
Hello?
Did she leave?
Y'all were frozen.
There you go.
You were frozen.
You were the only one that was frozen.
Oh, you two were frozen.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, for us, it was just you.
Oh no. I was like, hey guys, what happened? Because Tim's face was like, I'm inquiring about what you're talking about.
The spirit of the man you saw got shot took over the laptop. He said, hey, stop snitching.
Snitching. Mom's gonna handle it.
I was like, see, no, but the thing about that whole situation was it was so casual. The guy, it happened, guy looks like he's trying to get away, falls down, but then somebody else pulls up to pick up the guy who shot the dude.
Yeah.
And then just drove away. But somebody called quickly because that ended up happening. But that shit was wild. That's what happens in Oakland, for real. Even in the night part. I was in Oakland, yeah.
I ain't seen nothing.
I ain't seen nobody. I couldn't identify anybody if you asked me.
Nope.
I was very far away.
I have heard some things.
Right.
Didn't turn around, but I ain't seen nothing.
Do you remember this one time we were in downtown LA and we went to go get some chicken and donuts or something. I forget. But like, and then as we were walking back to the car, they were like, oh no, you can't go this way. There was a bomb threat on this building. And
yes.
I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, no, there was a bomb threat on this building. I'm like, well shit, my car is parked underneath this building.
We had to wait.
We had to walk around for like 3 hours until the shit was clear. Like, I think we got some bullshit fucking clam chowder or something at some random ass restaurant.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
I feel like if you do any events, like any nightlife events, you've been at a club, you've been around some shootings, like definitely some shit has gone down. A couple events have been shut down because people brought guns, somebody shot up in the club, shooting outside of the club. Just dangerous stuff happens after midnight.
One time we was at the strip club and there was a shooting outside of the strip club while we was in it.
Did y'all have to stay inside?
Yeah. And I seemed to be the only one who gave a fuck. I was like, wait, what?
You're like, excuse me.
Like right now? Wait, okay, so we just gonna stay here? Like, what's...
I was like, nothing else we can do, dog. Might as well do a little lap dance.
She's like, no, it's okay. It happens. No, don't worry.
Yeah, for real, as bullet holes in her ass and shit.
It was just Jeff and them, but bitch.
Yeah, he's gonna be back. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I remember, well, you know, we told this story before, but when you bring up club life and guns, I mean, me and Rick have been a part of the squad that took guns to the club.
Man.
Oh,
Man.
oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Rewind.
Yeah, let's retell it. Let's retell it. We were, I was in Orlando for an event I was supposed to perform at, and this particular crowd of people. Rick, are you from? Oh no, you just standing really still.
I'm zoning out. I've heard the story before.
Yeah, I know. And so we were with this group, and as we're walking, you know, and it was like this tiny Asian girl carrying this big ass designer bag, and then she was walking, and she was like, "Damn, this shit heavy. You got me carrying all these guns in my purse." And me and Rick looked at each other like, guns? Plural?
Little ABG running around.
What exactly is the plan here? She's gonna fucking hand them out.
It was always...
I feel like there's always that one down ass girl in the group that she got everything on deck. Either she got it with her or knows somebody who has it.
I mean, well, most of the time they know they're not gonna be randomly patting down women. So, all right, you hold this, just in case. Pass them out. We'll get in a single file line. Get our gun. Take one and pass it back.
Take one and pass it back. Take a bullet, pass it back. There was this club we used to go to in Anaheim back when we first were like 18, 19. It's called Club Boogie. All the just like young, as soon as you turn 18, would go to this club in Anaheim. But it was like, you know, one of those, if you weren't 21, you get your exes and shit. And there were always fucking fights at Club Boogie, especially in this little room called the Reggae Room, where they would play like, you know, like hip hop and reggae all night mainly, and dance hall and shit like that. And it was so fun. Like, I loved the Reggae Room, but man, it was like around 10:30, 11 when the shit would start getting a little smoky inside. And then you knew it was going to end up with like someone getting stabbed or something. Yeah. I think Boogie got shut down because like someone got like shot and killed or some shit, right?
Afterwards, a dude from Long Beach, actually, I think they went to Denny's afterwards. And somebody came in and tried to rob him for his chain, or they robbed his chain in the bathroom, and he chased after them and they ended up shooting him and shit.
Man. It's always the after, like the place that everybody meets up after they go out. There's always something going on over there.
Bro, it was so stupid. And I had the homies who always wanted to go to that. And I'm like, look, man, most of y'all soft. Why do you want to go here? I don't get this. But because the girls would be there.
Right.
So, here we go. And every time, there was almost a situation. I'm like, bro, I know if something happens, me and him will fight. The other 7 of y'all ain't gonna do shit. Let's not go there.
Well, I never wanted to go to after function. Me?
Yeah, you were smart.
I just wanted to go eat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But even going to eat, fucking Tams was oftentimes kind of dangerous too. So
Tams and Denny's.
Yes. So Tams, Nikki Blades, is this burger place on Alondra in Paramount where like everybody that basically lived in Paramount, if you were just at a club or at a party, you would go to Tams afterwards. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every city kind of has that spot, right? But it was definitely like motherfuckers getting stabbed in the parking lot at Tams.
Sounds about right. I try to think. So by the time I was off work, because, you know, I've been working in the city, you know, for like 9 years. So we would go to like Cafe Mason or Pinecrest, and industry people just go with industry people or their friends, and they're just lit and they want to eat. It's the people that are just getting out of the club that are trying to go link up and meet up, and all the girls are like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. And then the guys are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna feed you. And girls are stupid and hungry, and they go where the guys are. And then somebody's ex-boyfriend shows up, and then there's a fight in the parking lot. But San Francisco's different. Like the way that the roads are, certain places you just know you don't go. Don't go on Broadway for no reason. Don't go. Broadway, you don't need to be there, because every club I've ever hosted at on Broadway got shut down because somebody got shot outside or brought it in the club. And then you try to go eat, and the strip clubs are on Broadway. It's just always active.
No, thank you. Tams taught me a lot about people, though. There was this dude we hung out with. He claimed he was just the biggest Crip in Long Beach. Super Crip. He had a big ass expedition, but he was a small guy. So we always be like, yo, just chill. But he always kept a gun on him all the time. So one day we in the Tams parking lot after some type of function. He's blocking cars in because he don't care. He just big Crip, right? So then these other two dudes walk up and they got red flags hanging out their pocket, right? I went to school with them. They're younger than me. It's no situation. But he didn't say anything. So I was like, that's interesting, right? So then I noticed the two dudes look behind them and start tucking their red flags. So I'm like, damn, they soft too. But I don't know why they're tugging it. An older dude is coming up now. He bang on everybody. Where y'all from? I'm like, it is 8 of us out here. This nigga said, where y'all from? He got something, right? So we're all at the dude's giant expedition, Mr. Big Crip. He just pulls the fuck off. I was like,
just left.
Just left.
All that for nothing.
Were you with him?
No.
Oh.
But he was one in a car with a gun. He's the first one to get the fuck out of there. He leaves, right?
Wow.
So the dude came talking because he saw the other two dudes with the flags hanging out their pockets. So that's why he's banging. And they like, oh, no, we not from nowhere. And I'm looking like,
yeah.
He was like, nah, I seen that flag hanging out your pocket, homie. Yeah, y'all too young to be out here doing this. You know where you at? This is my hood. So I'm just like, well, he ain't saying shit to me. I ain't saying shit to him. I'm
just mind my own business.
So he ends up leaving or whatever. And I think, I don't know, he like ended on a positive note.
Oh, okay.
His name and shit in the pound. You know, I'm like, all right, nigga, whatever.
Awesome.
As soon as he leave, expedition comes rolling back up. Where the fuck was you? He was somewhere watching all of this go down, talking about what cuz say.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Fucking softies.
I used to kick it with this dude in high school, and he was always saying, you know what I'm saying, like, I think he used to claim Crip, I do believe. And then one time, but he used to like to fuck with people, right? So like on some funny shit. Like one time we were at Not Scary Farm, and he heard these girls talking about like some where they were from, right? So then he goes up to them and he was like, what? I'm Pyru, cuz. And then they started roasting him because they didn't know he was trying to be funny, you know. But, it was
stupid idiot boy.
You know, but there's also like such a struggle for youngins out here, because I definitely remember being in 8th grade at a homie who swore up and down he was cripping, right? In 8th grade. Always like blue shit, cuz and all that. And then he went to high school, and then because he was Samoan and or like part Samoan, and then when he went to high school and he learned that all the Samoans are Bloods, oh shit, now he was Pyru, you know?
I had a dude like that. His name was Antoine. Never forget that name.
Antoine.
Super Crip. Left for a year, came back wearing all red, got beat up, never seen him again.
Damn. Now he wears plaid, joined the golf team. So Nikki Blaze, where you from?
Excuse me?
Where you from, Nikki Blades?
I don't yell at me.
Hawaii Cali, nigga.
It's different for us up here, y'all. We have different types of issues going on. Where I behave, fighting cows and shit. Okay, not worried about the same things. I'm not worried about what farm they're from. We're good.
It's the stupidest shit.
But it is crazy, the division, because it is really, that is a very much Southern California thing. We get some of it, but there's different shit going on, and I just stay away from all the stuff. So the less I know, the better.
Yeah.
There was the first time when I started living in Paramount, I had never been in a neighborhood with like just so many like, I mean, Paramount's majority Mexican, but there was a lot of like cholos that lived like not like close to where my old apartment was, right? My family's old apartment. And there was one house specifically, it was like just a bunch of, I don't know what was happening in there, but it was a bunch of cholos in there. And I had just shaved my head just on some like, just because I was wanting to cut just a new look, right? And then all of a sudden this dude who had never talked to me before was on his porch and he was like, "Hey homie, where you from?" And I was like, and I didn't know what I was like, over there. and then I remember specifically his little chick with him was like, "Dumb."
Getting banged on as a little kid is so fucking annoying.
You don't know what to do.
I remember first time I got banged on as a little kid because I didn't know shit. I was genuinely a little ass kid. Yeah. And I was walking to the homie's house because we had to do a project together. And I had my fucking big ass construction paper and I was holding it over my head. And this dude, he was from Dog Patch. I learned later where I was at. He's like, hey, that's a nice hat, fool. I was like, no, it's a construction paper.
You just see baby Ray.
He made me come to the gate, but I'm like, I have no idea this dude means me any harm and shit until my friend came out and like was like, oh shit, no, leave him alone. I was like, wait, you trying to do something to me? I was so annoyed after that.
It's crazy. It really is what you guys have to deal with growing up. I grew up in a small town. We have very different problems. If anything, my family was the one causing most of the shit in the city. So
the Hawaiian hoe was a troublemaker.
You know, I had badass cousins. I really did. When I moved from Hawaii to California, there was about like 13 of us at one point living in the house, and shit was going down. There was definitely some activities that was happening.
Dudes probably sexy as hell too.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm saying all of your cousins are probably fucking hot.
I mean, yes, but not relevant to the conversation.
Hey, that's always relevant to Tim.
Got some hot ass guy cousins. Like, yeah, they were. I guess they were. I don't know. I was little. Shit. All I knew is that my dad had done some stuff, and there was one Halloween, some guys was threatening my older cousin because my cousin was in high school, and my cousin had gotten into some shit. Some dudes came by the house. I don't know what kind of guys they were. Pretty much threatening my cousin, and he did that while he was with my mom, and my mom had my sister with her. And when my dad caught wind of it, it's a small town, shit runs very differently. Dad went and found the guys, you know, took care of shit, but did it in front of some of my classmates, and people walked on the other side of the street for years. And that is why I didn't get a date to prom, because they scared my dad.
Time to be an enforcer.
I mean, I remember in high school, it was a dude who was either like blindfolded or something like that, and he walked into the girls' bathroom, or someone put him in the girls' bathroom, and he didn't know he was in there because he was blindfolded as some type of like prank or some shit like that. And he walked in on some Samoan girls, and then Samoan girls got pissed, told their like brothers or whoever it was, and they beat his ass, man.
Yep. Don't do it. It's not. We all got big ass family members. We got big dads or big cousins that are ready. My homeboys over at the club, shout out to Tao, like 6'6". And if you are poly, you're family. It's just like you already are in it. So I got my friends that are like 6'6", 6'7", that love me, that are like, oh no,
Yeah.
Dad can't walk that well anymore. So we got to call back up.
Yeah, everybody knows you gotta be really prepared if you plan on going to battle with some polys. You just hit so hard. They don't even have to be big. It's something in the bone.
You know why? Because they raise us fighting each other. The parents are like, nah, listen, you go and start shit, and then you get your ass beat. You got to get your ass beat twice. So you're gonna learn how to fight. My girl cousins, there's 5 of them, and they will surround your house like they're psycho. They don't got regular jobs. They're like, look, I ain't got shit to lose.
It's because y'all fight with the heart of Tafiti.
Something like that, man. You remember Uwe, Tim? He was a lot older than us, but he was around.
No, I didn't know Uwe. No.
All right. Well, one time we was at the park gym and they had weights in there, and he walked in and he was like, "Hey, blood, spot me real quick." I'm like, "All right, cool." So he put on a plate. He put on another plate. I'm like, "Cool." He put on another plate. I'm like, this nigga put 4 plates on the shit. I was like, I cannot help you if this goes down. I don't know what to tell you. I'm like 110 pounds at this point. This is not going down. He got that shit up so easy. The bar said, the way the bar bent under the 4 plates. We did that shit 3 times. Cooking out blood. I was like, why are you so strong? This don't make no damn sense.
Now you got me thinking about this Tongan girl who I wanted to get at back in high school, and now I'm like, oh, maybe I dodged the bullet. Because
that can work out. You have a lot of people to answer to.
I was really sad about that one. I feel like I told this story before, but like I'd seen this really super pretty Tongan girl like in passing, and then she came out and she was like, that's a cute Asian. And I was like, oh my God, she's returning this energy right now. And then we had a mutual friend, this girl named Katie, and I was like, Katie, who is that? She was like, oh, that's whatever. She's new and something, right? I was like, okay, dope. You let me see what's up. And I was really trying to talk to her maybe a week later. I'm like, hey, what's good with whatever? She's like, oh, she changed schools. I was like, no.
But yeah, you dodged the bullet. You would have got your ass whooped probably. Were you there at Tams that time where the Samoan homies came up there and punked everybody?
Nah.
Bruh, I felt so bad for these dudes because it was some, I feel like they were Puerto Rican. I don't know. There was a bunch of Puerto Rican dudes out there. They thought they was Dipset. They was dressed like them, and they was just talking shit, running around, just acting like, I don't know. But I stay out of the way, whatever. So at one point I look out the window and all the small homies is walking up, and then they stop. And each one of them is on each one of those dudes. And I just see right, he's doing this the whole time. I turn away. Well, hey, that's on y'all. I'm eating my food. Door opens. I hear him. Y'all want some hats? They took all of their hats just because he was giving them to people inside of Tams. And I look out the window and they're just standing out there hatless in their giant t-shirts.
So sad. Hilarious and sad.
But then after they left, they come in acting like they're trying to call somebody. Yo, call so-and-so. Tell them to bring the heat. I'm like, they're gone.
God, you ain't gonna do nothing.
They're gone, sir. We have your hats. Like, what?
Did you want it back? You could just ask for it.
Funny shit.
You remember? No, you weren't with me. I was gonna say, first of all, let me write this down because so I don't forget. Okay. Freestyle. Hold on a second. Freestyle. I always feel like every time, I try to stay out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I feel like the main times I ever almost got into a fight with somebody at a party because I was always just trying to get some ass or dance with somebody's girl or some shit like that. And I remember specifically one time, me and Rick and the homie Chris went to this house party, and I used to do this thing where like if I saw two girls dancing, I would just jump in the middle and see who was down to dance with me, right? And then there were these two girls dancing, and I tried to like grind on one, and this girl turned around immediately. She said, "What the fuck? I have a boyfriend." I was like, "Oh, my bad," right? So I go in. We walked around the party, did a little lap. I grabbed some chips. The party was whack, so I took the chips with me. And we're walking down the block. We're already a whole block away from this party, right? And I guess the girl had told her dude, this motherfucker tried to grind on me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why he waited so long, but maybe he thought he needed to say something or some shit for his manhood. But literally, we were down the block, and this guy was like, "Hey, yo, that's my girl, man." So, and we're so far at this point. So, and I was so proud of this moment too, because I knew it was funny. So I had my big ass bag of chips that I had stole, and I was like,
We'll get back to that.
We'll get back to that. I was like, my bad. And then everybody that was standing outside started cracking up, and we just kept walking.
So funny. So Tim used to steal bags of chips from parties.
Oh, that was
any bag that wasn't getting a lot of action, he would grab it and walk around eating out of the giant bag.
Oh, was that my thing?
That was your thing.
Oh.
You didn't know it was your thing?
I guess I forgot it was my thing. I think I was just, yeah.
He was just a hungry ass person at the party.
You know, if it wasn't getting love, I mean, that makes sense because I feel like I was kind of doing that at Budram's baby shower recently too.
Probably.
There was something that wasn't getting, people weren't eating the fucking shrimp scampi, so I was taking all the little, or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah. I kind of feel like if a party is whack, they owe it to me to either give me something to drink or eat.
If all these girls are gonna have boyfriends, the least you can do is give me a bag of chips. Yeah, asshole.
The other thing I was gonna share is now this was before I met Rick. This is way back. We probably weren't friends yet. I was living in Paramount, and I was with some other homies that I knew from junior high, my Gardena homies. And we were walking around trying to find something to get into just as fucking high school freshman kids without shit to do, right? And then we run into this crew of dudes older than us for sure, who were also just like bullshitting by their cars or whatever. And then one of them was like, "Hey, yo, do y'all rap?" And me and the homie Johnny, we thought we could rap back then, right? I mean, I got bars now, yes. But back then, we were young, you know what I'm saying? So Johnny spit a couple little whack shit, and because this dude was trying to battle, so Johnny spit a couple bars, and this dude starts going in on Johnny, talking about, yeah, your fake ass watch, blah, 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 and then started going in on the group of homies. Your boy's hair looks like this and this and that, and we were all like, oh, shit. And then... So then I feel bad for Johnny. I see the look on his face. He has this like deer in the headlights. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Even though it was only just like 5 dudes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I said some shit, quick bars about how this dude's chain was turning his neck green. So his homies laughed, right? I'm like, okay, lit. Not lit, but the bomb back then. So I'm like, yo, this is the bomb. I just scored one on this dude. And then to throw it in there because it was funny, I was like, "And you ugly." And his homies laughed. I was like, "And your mama's ugly." Dude stopped. He was like, "What'd you say about my mom?" And then the other dude in the group, he was like, "Hey, yo, that's my brother. So his mom is my mom. They're ready to beat our asses, right?" I'm like, man, I didn't say shit. They're like, that's what we thought. And then, good thing we didn't fuck with these dudes, because then he gets a call. He was like, "Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's where the party's at? Okay, yeah, no, I got the heaters. Let's go." I'm like, oh God, let's go home.
I hate this group of grown men. What are you doing?
Freestyle battling little kids and bringing guns to parties for no reason?
Fucking losers, man.
Oh.
I love losers.
The good old days.
Yeah.
I was such a square in high school. I couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't do nothing. My dad never let me do nothing. The coolest thing I did was we stole my friend's mom's car to go drive around, and still got snitched down, got caught. And I had my birthday party in a canal. That's about exciting. Yeah.
Birth canal? Yeah.
That too. I had in Ripon, I don't even know if you guys know where that is, but some small ass town. The volleyball team I was playing on, the travel team I was playing on, the girls, they partied. I wasn't allowed to party. So I was like, okay, you guys set this up. I had a boyfriend at the time, and I brought the guy and his friends, and then the volleyball team threw me a little bonfire. There was a lot going on.
That's cute.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Nigga, I didn't do any partying until 18, and I was allowed to. So, I mean, how lame am I?
Bro,
No, I'm cool.
I barely really used to party in high school. There was some fun ones for sure.
Yeah.
But I remember my freshman year, the homie threw this house party, and this was before I went to Paramount. I was going to a Catholic school, a Catholic high school called Bishop Montgomery, right? And they had a very strict like rules of how you were supposed to even conduct yourself outside of campus, right? So the homie had this house party, and there was alcohol involved. And I remember, here's what's funny is I had a girlfriend at the time, and I went to this party, bro. If you can imagine, I had some white swishy pants on.
Okay.
And I do believe it was like white tee and like a powder blue Sean John hoodie. And also a white visor upside down at this party, right? But I digress. So but I digress. So me and my little chick are in the corner grinding on each other, making out, whatever. Around us, all these little high school kids are, getting drunk. And apparently it was a dude fucking passing out Mollies, or were they calling them Mollies back then? Whatever pills they were popping, these kids were popping some shit back then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, the dude that was passing out these pills, it was just like vitamins he was passing out, and all these kids were just on some placebo shit, like, dude, I'm so whatever. But there were definitely some kids there that drank way too much, like had to get carried out and shit, right? Come back to school that week, and word got around about this party and how crazy it was. And like, I do believe it was like 6 people got kicked out, bro.
Damn.
Kicked out of school because of this party, for being drunk, for smoking, whatever. I don't know who ratted on everybody, because obviously the teachers weren't at this school,
yeah,
or at the party.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a big deal.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. My dad was strict. He would check my bag before I left the house
to make sure you didn't have a change of hoochie clothes to change into.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of that. I got one phone call too. When I left the house, I get one phone call. I can't change plans. He needs to know everything that I'm doing. If something doesn't go right, I have to bring my ass home. Yep.
Did y'all have cell phones in high school?
I got one at 15 because I played travel ball. So I traveled the US playing volleyball and softball. So it was that was a necessity. They need to be able to get a hold of me.
Yeah, I did not.
No,
I had no need for it or technology. I didn't have a fucking computer for the longest time.
I didn't get a cell phone until maybe my, I want to say junior year. And it was just one little block, you know what I'm saying? You play Snake on it, it could text, that was about it. But I remember, it was kids with sidekicks and shit in high school. Fucking Parith, he was so cool. Nikki Blaze.
Grown ass man was like.
There was this Asian dude in our high school, this cat named Parith. He had all the cool clothes, he had all the FUBU platinum shit, the expensive shit. He had a sidekick. He had a pretty ass Mexican girlfriend with some big ass titties. Parith was so cool.
And it wasn't like the kids now who just have money and they buy a bunch of expensive shit, right? But they don't know how to wear it. His shit was put together well too. It's like All right, I'm gonna steal that later.
Yeah, there's levels. There was one cool guy at our school, Terrence Marin. We're still cool now, but I had the biggest crush on him. He had every pair of Jordans. He was good at sports. He was good looking, always had nice clothes. But he was so mean to me. He was so mean to me back then. I still remember that. I tell him to this day. Terrence, I hope you're watching. Don't text me later.
Yeah, fucking Terrence.
You like me now. Think I'm okay now.
Yeah, but you wear Toms now, fucking Terrence.
I bet you wear Toms now.
Yeah.
No,
Jordans no more, nigga.
Yeah, he actually turned out to be a professional baseball player, so he's all right. Yeah.
Oh, you probably were Derek Jeters then. Jordans.
But he was the one cool guy. Like he just always had nice clothes, always had the newest shoes. Everything was always crispy. You know, like the guys that you see, they clean off the shoes and they make sure everything's nice and taken care of. I'm pretty sure he had a lint roller. Like he just was always, like just really put together. But I don't remember anybody else being like cool. And then in college, there was just so many different types of people. And most of the time when you're just around athletes, everybody's in their uniforms.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the one cool guy, Paris, and then we had the one guy that the girls just love, fucking Sonny.
Sonny, of course.
And other than that, everybody was whack.
Yeah, pretty much. And then that was Rick's class. That was that graduated before me. I definitely that's why I started slanging bootleg CDs and candies and shit so I could afford cool clothes, because I was like, I never felt right asking my parents to buy me these expensive ass like Sean John denim ensembles and shit. So I was like, all right, let me start slanging these. And I started painting people's Air Forces for money too. Yeah. I started customizing them and shit.
Y'all got it hard. Being a dude in school, like I feel like you guys had it hard. Girls you can get away with a lot, but I know I couldn't dress for shit. We didn't have money. I didn't have nice clothes. I got made fun of. So I'm like, yeah, we're washing all those years. Let those go.
My clothes were really expensive, but I did not wear them cool. But I thought I did until I looked back later. Like, it could have been done better.
Rick, did you have a girlfriend in high school?
I had a whole bunch of I want you to be my girlfriend in high school. But no. Wait, no girlfriend in high school.
Yeah, me neither. After freshman year, girl, I did not have a girlfriend throughout high school. I just had a couple little situations. I had one girl I went down on one time. And then another girl who I wanted bad, but I let my little sensitive emotions get the best of me. And she was fresh out of a relationship, and it was on some like, nah, I'm cool. I get it. You need to do your thing right now. It's cool. Like, I know you feeling me, but you need to have your space. Cool. But then I'd see her even like talking to another dude. I'm like, What? Why are you playing games with me, man?
I like you.
Like, what is this, huh? And then that got all fucked up. Which, oh God.
Fucking feelings, man. I had a couple of like mutual crushes, but I was not about to say anything that took it to the next level. Like, no, she gonna say something or it's not happening.
You know what's stupid? With the people senior year that tell you they've been feeling you the whole time in the yearbook. It's like, dude, you wasted so much time. We could have been feeling on each other during third period.
But knowing my dumb ass, they could have told me. I still wouldn't have done anything. I was so satisfied with the bare minimum when it came to girls, and I'm like, bro, I got to felt her booty today. I'm good. That's all I need.
Bro, the energy, the things that would have been so different if we brought the energy that we had a few years later. Because I remember just being like, bro, today I massaged Giselle's booty in class.
Like, oh, you made it, nigga. You graduate now. The bad old days.
Yeah. And little did we know it was classmates that was just fucking.
Second thing in the little theater.
Crazy. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for watching and listening to another episode of the No Chaser podcast. We appreciate you for tuning in, even with this shitty audio. Don't trip. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. I just ordered a microphone actually online, so the next week everybody can plug in their mics. We'll be good to go.
Figure out how to work this shit.
Yeah, right. We'll figure it out. Everyone's saying some people are saying we should use Discord. There's another app called Squadcast. I don't know. But we'll start figuring it out because I do feel like, this is gonna last at least another month or two. So thank you guys for listening. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.